Oh my God. What would I do without my two children? I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do this YouTube because it's so complicated. I need someone to tell me how to do it. But anyway, hello, good morning. This is Shelly Bolera, and I'm here again. Shelly Bolera Live, and I'm here again trying to come to you. But today, we're going to talk about an angel. And when I mean an angel, we do have angels on earth and regular people. I swear we do. And the thing about it is that you don't know the impact that you have sometimes on people until you're gone. That's why we got to take each day and just bless the day that we breathe. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about Romeca Blackmon and Holly Johnson. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I want to give my opinion. I've been looking at the different content creators and the things that they were saying, and it's like everybody has picked a side. They kind of put it on the Romeca Blackman team, Holly Johnson team, and so I don't really know if how I feel about the different teams, but what happened was there was Romeca Blackman, and she was so beautiful. I swear to God, this girl was really beautiful. And it doesn't mean less if she wasn't, but it's just she seemed like the type of person that would light up a room, when she walked in. She had a good spirit. But she, if you want to go to her Facebook page, you can go to her Facebook page and take a uh, take a look at it, and you can see some of the things that she struggled with and some of the things she posted and everything like that. But Ramika, she was in a relationship with Carlos Way. He's supposed to be a rapper. Um, he's not a big rapper or anything like that. They're from Chicago, and Carlos Way. His real name is Carlos Smith. But anyway, they were in a 10-year relationship, either 10 years or 11 years. And by the way, anything that I'm talking about and I'm saying is allegedly. Um, I wasn't there, so these are just things that I, picked up from the content, the news, and things like that of me going down the rabbit hole. But anyway, Ramika was in a relationship with Carlos for like 10, 11 years. And it seemed to be a very toxic relationship where they got into a lot of altercations and sometimes things got physical. Anyway, they had a son, and their son now just turned 7. But in the midst of this relationship, um they got into some, he filmed her, coming to him, being kind of like um disruptive and kind of almost, violent. And so this guy came in, his name is Quadrate Armstrong. He plastered all of these videos of Ramika when she was, challenging Carlos. And it's out there. You can go to Quadrate Armstrong's Facebook, and you could see um the different videos of her in not such a flattering light. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, I after their 10-year relationship, she finally had enough. She got arrested, for stabbing him with scissors when she was trying to come into his house. She got arrested. When she got arrested, it's a mugshot of her with a black eye and everything like that. So they finally broke up this year, 2000. No, I think like 3 years ago. But they were still like on and off, I assume. So he started dating this other woman named Holly Johnson. And Holly Johnson and Romeca seemed to be going back and forth on the internet. Holly Johnson actually called Romeca. This is how Romeca found out about Holly Johnson. Holly Johnson called Romeca and told her she left her robe in Carlos's closet. So that's how she found out about Holly. But in the midst of this, they're going back and forth. Holly Johnson reports Romeca to Child Protective Services saying that, her son has boils on him. Then Holly Johnson does this I will never ever video challenge and was subbing Romeca, saying that Romeca, baby, she would never be with a man who gave her a STD, but she didn't say it like that. But he gave her a STD while she was pregnant. That's also online. You can look up Holly Johnson Never Ever video, and you can see what she was saying about Romeca. But so what happened was they were going back and forth, and Holly Johnson ended up getting a restraining order on a stalking order, a restraining order allegedly on Romeca. But Romeca was never served. So they put it in a publication because I think Romeca was supposed to show up in court about it, but she didn't show. So she was never, served. So the thing about it is that one day, September 8th, Mika Meeks was dropping her son off to school, her 6-year old son. But she was late. I think she dropped him off and then had to go back because she forgot to give him his lunch. The school is like down the street from where Carlos lived. And apparently, Carlos and Holly have spent the weekend together, so I'm assuming this was Monday. So Romeca and Holly never met in person. Never met in person. So Romeca, in order to go back to work, she had to do a U-turn. So she leaves the school and she buses a U. But when she buses a U, you can see where Holly and Carlos was. Excuse me. To the right of her. And so, ooh, wait 1 second. I need to get some water. Okay, sorry. I don't mean to laugh because this is very serious. So anyway, she sees, we don't know. Actually, the thing about it is that's all a mystery because we don't know why Ramika stopped that day because she wasn't dealing with Carlos anymore. She, got her own apartment. She wasn't contacting him. He didn't have her phone number. So we don't know why she stopped. Apparently, she got out the car and her and Carlos, according to witnesses, allegedly. Let me get get some more water. My throat's a little scratchy. Her and Carlos got to an argument, and so um, they're going back and forth, and so Holly decides that she's going to interject into the argument and starts antagonizing Romeca. But all the witness says is that Carlos was trying to get Romeca in the car, and he pushes Holly back, and he's like banging the car door on Romeca's back. Now Romeca finally gets in the car, but then they say that Holly came around to the front of her car and was antagonizing her, and she got back out the car. Then Carlos comes and he puts her in the headlock. And apparently, according to the witness, Holly Johnson says, "I'm going to shoot you, bitch. Watch me shoot you, bitch." And then Carlos says she's going to go get her gun. But he was holding her in the headlock. So Holly Johnson comes towards Romeca. Carlos lets her go. Now see, he says she broke free. She broke free, and then Holly shoots her in the face and in the thigh. But she shot 3 times. She actually tried to shoot 4, but the clip was stuck. So she shoot her in the face. She paused. She paused. And then she shot her again in the leg. Now she hit a major artery in her leg. And according to allegedly from Romeca's auntie, her whole bottom of her jaw was blown off and she had no teeth. But she laid in the street, and the reason why everything went the way that it did with her, that it's like everywhere, is because Quadre Armstrong put the video, people were filming it, and he put a video of her laying in the street, and it went viral. And everybody got emotional about it. And the reason and if you go to Keys News Network, he has a lot of videos about it, and it shows the crime scene and the witnesses talking about it. If you go to Criminal Villains, Gigi, she talks about it a lot. And it's just different sides, people on Romeca's side and people on Holly's side. But the thing about it to me is, after they shot her, see, they were videotaping it. Carlos is just like walking around like nothing happened, and he goes up and allegedly fist bumps Holly and says self-defense, right? Self-defense. And Holly goes, yeah, self-defense. So Holly was just standing against the car on her phone like she just ordered a pizza. I mean, they just were so cold about it. Here you are with, I don't know if I told you that Holly had a baby by him too. So they both had babies by him. That's a key point. I'm sorry if I left that out. Um, so yeah, he was very cold about it. And to me, for me, in case you don't know what side I'm on Romeca's side, because I feel like if you had time enough to leave the situation and go get your gun and come back, That's not self-defense. Because you could have got in your car and drove away. But they took Holly to jail, and within an hour, a couple of hours, they let her go. So that's why it was just in an uproar, because people were like, it was not self defense. And some people were like, it was self defense. And so, you know, it just made a lot of people very emotional. And for me, I felt like Carlos, when he put her in the headlock, to me, I felt like he was holding her. And when he saw Holly come back with the gun, I think he let her go so she could get shot, in my opinion, allegedly, in my opinion. But a lot of people, and so that guy Quadre Armstrong, he has a new YouTube channel called Keeping It Real TV, and he just does clickbait. He'll, say something, put in his subtitles something about some big thing he's gonna say, and then he end up talking about himself. He don't really talk about nothing, and he goes on tracks. He was going on other people's channel and going on the panel until he got debunked for just lying. Like he said, he had a tape where it shows Romeca coming up to Holly and pulling her by the hair and beating her up. And Holly had the gun on her and then shot Romeca. But that was a lie. He kept on saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to bring out this tape. But as money hungry as he is, on his new channel, I'm sure he would have put out the tape so he could go viral. But if you want to look at more postings of this case, you can go to Travel Island on Facebook because she has a lot of content on it. So anyway, for 3 months, Romeca's um, Romeca's family and people on the internet have been going hard for Romeca, justice for Romeca, because they wanted Holly Johnson to be charged. And so you have Royal D, Royald. She is justice for Romeca, and she goes on every day. I think where she is, it's 11:15, but in California it's 9:15, and you can go on and go on to her channel, and it's just a different people coming on the panel, supporting Ramika, saying updates, them talking about the case and everything that's going on. And on the 23rd, well, what ended up happening a couple of weeks ago, they finally arrested Holly, and they charged her with first degree murder. And I think the reason why they arrested her is because she was going on the internet like she was living her best life. She did. You could go on to her channel. It's called Holly Johnson, the real Holly Johnson. She got pictures of her on a yacht. She got pictures of her eating some delectable food and pouring wine, and just her in matching outfits with Carlos and everything like that. Just like, you know, nothing ever happened. And she never said anything about it. She never said why she did it or if she was innocent or anything like that. She would just say very condescending things like, one post she said was, people are wondering why I don't have nothing to say because there's nothing to say. You know, just really. And Carlos was just as bad. After Romeca died, he started putting up his stuff of his rapping career, trying to, come up like that. And then he was in the gym pumping iron, doing selfies with his shirt off. I mean, this a woman is dead. I mean, if I unalive someone, I would I would feel really bad about it. I don't. I mean, you kill somebody. I mean, a lot of times people say, when people die young or if they die tragically, they say things like, their life was cut short. But another way to look at it is that's how their life was written on how they were supposed to die. You could say that. And her family, you know, everybody was surprised at how much publicity and how much the case went around the world. And I just felt like God used her as um a eye opener for this kind of thing, this self-defense thing that people are using all the time to just murder people like it's a license to kill. It's not. So Holly Johnson, after 3 months, they arrested her and she got arrested for first degree murder. Now she's in jail at this time. She is currently pregnant again by Carlos Way. If you want to go to his Facebook page, it's Carlos Way, and you can see, he's kind of battling back and forth with people who are going on to his page, and but he really shows no remorse. He don't even seem like he really care. But anyway, the judge, the judge said that he said if you did a fist bump, that's a celebration. He said there's no way that I can let you walk the streets, and he would give her no bond, even though I believe College Park. I'm not College Park, Chicago. They don't have bonds. I'm told. So that's the Romeca Blackmon case, and um, I feel really bad about what happened to her because they really tried to paint her as a bad person after she died because she had videos. She was a person who would put them hands on somebody though. She did do that, but she didn't deserve to die in the street at 9 o'clock in the morning like she did. But anyway, yeah. So if you wanted Criminal Villains, Keys News Network, Royal D, and Travel Island, they all um, support Romeca. Keeping it with Amora, of course, the soldier that she is, she supports Holly Johnson. And Real T TV, she supports Holly Johnson. Um, I don't know anybody. Oh, I don't know anybody else who's supporting Holly Johnson. Break Room 411, she supports Romeca. I support Romeca. So anyway, Holly Johnson has a court date on the 23rd. In the she at and on the 23rd, she's in Cook County right now. And on the 23rd, she's going to have a hearing. I don't know if they're trying to get her out, trying to get her ankle bracelet or whatever like that, but it's going to it's I think it's at 9 a.m. So I think Royal D is going to stream it. So you could go over there and watch it and see what goes down. I'm going to be tuning in cuz I'm off on Tuesday. I'm off on uh Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I got to work on Christmas. Uh, but anyway, it's one other person that is on Romeca's side that I forgot to say, and that's Upper Echelon. Upper Echelon. Now I'm gonna tell you something about her. She is very thorough. This woman is smart and is on it, okay? Her and Amora, I would like to debate because Upper Echelon claims to be the great debater. But she really breaks down the Holly Johnson case very well. The Holly Johnson, well, I wouldn't say the Holly Johnson case, but Holly Johnson has a case. But Upper Echelon breaks down the Romeca case very well. And if you want to go to her channel, she talks about it a lot. She's on it. I think she would make just as much money as Amora if she was more consistent. But Upper Echelon got a real job, okay? That's what my mother would say. If it don't have no insurance and you not clocking in, it ain't no real job. That ain't no real job, YouTube. But anyway, so that's, you know, that. And so those are the things that are going on with that case. The Shade Room actually picked up that case too. So if you want to go to the Shade Room, they also have it on. But before I go, I have to be messy. So anyway, let me tell you about the two beefs that's going on right now that I saw that if you want to check out. Okay, D Ham. I forgot about D Ham. I don't really watch him that much because he's trying to be neutral in the case with Holly and Romeca. But I don't really watch him that much. But him and Upper Echelon had a little debate going on last night, and they kind of bumped heads. And so, if you want to check that out, they were talking about Upper Echelon was saying that he is trying to say that he's neutral, but he's really for Holly. And so he got offended and went live and started talking about Upper Echelon. So if you want to see that, it's D Ham, D as in dog, dash Ham, and his video is called Neutral. And then you could go. I would go to Upper Echelon first because her she you need to see that video first before you go to DM because she'll tell you how it all started. But Upper Echelons is let's talk about people being triggered by my content. That's what her video is called. But child, if you want to get real with some real reality, see, we watch watered down reality because it's all produced and everything like that. But these beefs that be going on YouTube with these content creators, they be raw. They be so raw. Okay, if you want to see something, now this one, you might not want to get messy. You might not want to. It might be low vibrational for you. But if you like baddies, it's not as worse as baddies. There's nobody's physically fighting. But if you like mess and drama, listen, go to Queen Fee. Queen Fee, she went off on Amber. And it's called Justice. Her it's hashtag Justice the number four Meeks. Meeks. Now she has hashtag Justice for Meeks, but she was not talking about Romeca. She was subbing Amber, and she crashed out. But Amber, she she gave a rebuttal, and she got Let's Keep It Real with Am. She's her videos entitled Tell All of My Birthday, the fee the day Fee fell drunk to the floor. So first Queen Fee, then Keep It Real with Am. Tell all of my birthday, the day Fee fell drunk to the floor. It's crazy. I know I shouldn't be doing that, looking at that kind of stuff, but Sometimes you just need a little drama in your life. So anyway, that's all for today, and I hope that um, you'll come back and look at and give me some comments after you look up the case and go to the different people I told you. See, I have to learn how to share my screen. I don't know how to share my screen yet. But when I learn how to do it, it's kind of complicated how it is. Um, it's not as easy as it was when I used to do it. I want to wish all of you guys a Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. Uh, I want to say holiday season because Thanksgiving was wonderful. I spent it with my kids. We cooked and we, um, we ate and we had a good time together. And that's what it's about. I have to work on Christmas, like I said. And, you know, but I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas and I hope you have a Happy New Year. You probably won't see me until after the New Year. Um, but I just want you guys to leave comments and tell me what you're thinking and we can, have a dialogue about what happened. I think I'm gonna make this song my intro. Listen to it. Holiday. I'm done. Yay. Bye. Why'd y'all leave me?
Oh, we were just kikiing.